Whenever you do something with an expectation behind it or an assumption that somebody should react, even though you have good intentions, right? You have good intentions behind everything that you're doing. In your heart, you wanted to give and create and have this moment be amazing. And you want this person to respond to your actions and give you something in return, whether it's love, whether it's validation through words, whether it's smiling, whether it's physical connection and a hug, whether it's, whatever it could be in your mind, right? Whatever you're creating in your mind, you're hoping that the action that you did created a response. And this assumption is where you're going into the transaction. It is a negotiation. You're doing a negotiation for your love. When in fact, if you are operating from unconditional love, I loved the moment I created in making this dinner. I loved what it made me feel like when I was buying this gift because I thought of you and I thought it was an awesome gift and I packaged it up all excited and I wanted to give it to you and I just gave it to you without caring if you liked it in return. I just did it because I had so much fun and I was in love with the moment that I was creating for you. And I handed it to you. And if you rejected me because I did this, it doesn't matter. I cleaned the dishes and I washed the floors and did your laundry and cooked your food because I'm doing all that because it brings me so much joy because I want to see you in fresh, clean, crisp clothes. And I want to make sure that your mouth is watering with the food that I cooked for you because I just had so much fun and love and desire to just do it for you. And if you hate what I cooked, it might hurt my feeling because I'm not that great of a cook, but I should laugh it off because ultimately, I did it in the moment because it was just dope. And I just wanted to just do it. Right? If you want to spend some time with somebody and you enjoy speaking to them for over an hour, and you have a very busy day and it's hard for you to squeeze an hour out of your day to have that conversation. But while you're having that conversation, are you having a good time? Or are you forcing yourself to have that conversation because you think that you need to do that in order to get that person to like you back or to just fulfill their needs? Are you getting joy out of it? Are you getting joy out of just spending that hour and connecting with someone and that exchange? And when you hang up the phone, does it make you feel good? Or are you feeling guilty or mad or whatever it may be because it wasn't something you really wanted to do? See, when you operate from unconditional, you're operating from your pure joy, your pure heart. Whether they like you back, whether they praise your cooking or the gift that you gave them or the time that you spent, you could have spent it and had a blast and they could have hated every second of it. So is it going to take away from your experience? Sometimes people don't react the way you want them to react because they just may not be in that mindset. It may have triggered something from their past. They may not even know how to accept your greatness in that moment because the energy you're coming with is so big, right? It's not about you. But what's about you is how you offer yourself to someone and the experience that you want to have. And if it doesn't go any other way that you may have thought for a second, it's okay. You don't want to buy love. This is what they mean, that money can't buy love and gifts can't buy love. Nothing can buy love. And it's not about a flow, right? Because things can't flow if you're dramatic and traumatic and you got all these things going on. There's things that you guys got to work through. Flow comes from nothingness. And if you can completely operate from nothingness, then your feelings won't be as hurt either. And trust me, it's not easy. I'm talking from a space because I know how hard it is to get to that place. My feelings have been hurt. Sometimes I've reached. But I know that what I do on my level, and people can't imitate what I do. I don't expect them to. I just want to enjoy the moment that I'm having. I can never make someone recognize that my actions don't equal my love. My actions are just a movement of expression of my love. Now, how you receive that expression of my love doesn't diminish my actions, doesn't diminish what I want to give for you or be for you or do in that moment. I am doing it because it made me feel good. And hey, if what I created made you feel good, then it's a win-win. But if it doesn't, it's still a win because I still felt good. There are no assumptions. There are no expectations. There's no feelings to get hurt when you're just doing what you love to do, right? But if we keep operating from, I did this, so that should create a smile, or I hugged you, so you should hug me back, or I spent time with you, and that should be satisfying. We're never going to have happiness, and we're never going to be satisfied, and we're never going to have the love that we want, and never have a healthy relationships. Yes, love is a give and take. It's a balance. But this is why they say if you love yourself fully and you step into an existence with someone else and they're loving themselves fully, then you're going to have a full, loving experience. It may not always be great, but at least if you know that you're not operating from if then, here's this, I did this, so you should give me this, that doesn't feel good. And that will never create a good experience. Be authentic, be vulnerable, do you. If they don't like you, they don't like you. But you liked you in that moment. And you love someone enough to be able to do those actions. Think about it. Unconditional, you get hurt less. Transactional doesn't always add up. Sometimes you come out with a negative experience because you're coming in with a negative mindset, even though you think you're operating from a positive one.